go at the inn. Once everything. Okay. So say unless for whatever strange reason they gave us everything. Okay, let's check out the church. If there's nothing there, then I guess we'll check out. Whoa, danger level went up to 51, huh? Okay. Oh no, what am I gonna do? The danger level's at 51. I'm just gonna run through here. It's not like enemies are gonna come grab me anyway. I got the Conqueror's sword equipped to Hikari, right? Yeah, okay, just wanna be sure. Pansy's journal. Did you write this? Odar asked. I immediately ripped the book out of his grasp and he shrank back a little, surprised at my strength. I couldn't believe that he, of all people, had gotten his hands on my hidden script. Odair had been acting from a young age and was doing quite well for himself. I too had longed for this stage since I was a child, but I ended up working at my parents' candle shop instead. Even so, I haven't been able to give up on the writing, and it's become my secret pastime. I haven't shown my scripts to anyone, though, afraid their response would confirm just how talentless I was. I screwed my eyes shut in embarrassment, preparing myself for his ridicule of my silly script, but "Do you mind if I perform this?" he asked. That strange gasp completely caught off guard. If you're ashamed not to, why don't we show it off at the next Festival of Grace? Though taken aback by the proposal, I was overjoyed to know that someone appreciated my writing. Not in agreement, I decided to make it a performance to remember. Despite it being Odair's idea, I realized I was even more excited than he was. I even began composing musical scores for the show. I love you, Mary. Those words caused my heart to race and my hands on the harp to stop. What's wrong? Odair asked as he peered into my face with concern. I realized I no longer looked like the brat who had tormented me with insects in our youth. Still, I knew that the words he spoke were not his own. I had been the one to write them after all. Half a month before the Festival of Grace, his performance was all but perfect. I couldn't help but wonder when he found the time to practice after his normal work was through. I, on the other hand, was struggling to think of a fitting ending to the script and working late into the night. Unable to ignore my struggles, Odair pulled me away from my desk and whisked me away into the town late at night. The gods are all ours right now, he told me as he snuck into an empty church. Not long after, I was struck by inspiration, perhaps by the grace of the sacred flame. Odair watched quietly as words upon word fall from the tip of my pen. By the time I was finished, dawn was breaking. As Odair read my script, his face was more serious than ever, and my heart pounding in my chest, though not out of nervousness. Once he finished, he smiled softly. Will you marry me? He asked. I let out another strange gasp. Had I read that line? No. This time those words were Odair's own. The proposal always had a way of bringing me unrivaled joy. My heart warmed at the sight of his smile and the thought of performing the script we had written together. I wished that happiness would last us a lifetime. Last, I watched as the clerics carried his casket and sobs filled the air around me. I laid him to rest with our script and his beloved yellow flowers. No, I thought to myself, this wasn't the ending I envisioned. The day after finishing the script, I woke up to find my love cold beside me. According to the apothecary, Odair's heart had failed him. I wondered if work was to blame. Why had I noticed? I killed him. I pushed him too hard. It's all my fault. All my fault. Unable to bear the guilt, I pushed his death from my mind and carried on as usual. Whenever I remembered my beloved, I clenched my jaw so hard I thought my teeth would break. One day I found myself in front of a church, the same place Odair and I swore our love to each other. A single cleric came to speak with me. Sadness is something that builds up inside us. Holding it all in will do nothing but destroy you, she told me. Please let it out. You don't need to endure it any longer. Moved by her warmth, I spoke of everything that I had buried deep inside me. She listened to every word and to the end embraced me gently. All of my guilt and sadness were washed away by her kindness. Then one day my feelings for Odair disappeared, and all that was left was her. One day I saw her with another woman and feared that she would leave me. Now I had to secure my place in her world. I told her that I would do whatever she asked of me. She smiled gently in response and said, I want you to find the blue flames, whenever they may be in this world. I left on my journey soon thereafter. This is Mint that she was talking about. This isn't Mint who wrote this, but Mint is the person who she's talking about, to find the blue flames. I left for my journey there soon thereafter. My parents cried and tried to stop me, but I pushed them away. Unfortunately, I barely knew the area outside my own home, let alone the whole world. Not long after, I met with a traveling troupe. They claimed to be bringing smiles to every corner of the realm, so I joined them and the search began. That's how I found it, the blue flame she was looking for. It was on the isle at the edge of the world. I could only imagine how pleased she'd be. I was sure she would let me stay at her side. Oh, how I adore Sister Mint. Yep. I love you, Tansy, she said. Her warm voice and words reverberated in my head. She then handed me an old tome called the Book of Night and recommended that I read it, so I did right there and there. It was the story of a people who did not long to see the dawn. Never heard such an incredible tale before. As I looked up from the pages, she smiled at me. I realized that there was no greater happiness to be had than reading a wonderful book and seeing Sister Mint's smile. My mind no brighter dawn awaited. Yes, I have no need for the dawn. It can all end here and now. Okay, so... Okay, they won't even let me go in there, which is fine. At the edge of the world. Sacred flame has been doused. Perhaps it can be rekindled with something. I'm trying to think of where else to go. The map's not helping me here, but at the edge of the world. Where could that be? Let's check out this place first. Maybe that fucking teddy bear will be something to do here. Trying to remember where the rest of those were at. Let's go to... I guess let's go to Ku. I'm trying to remember where the other flames could have been, if there were any. Let me see, can I grab that item that's there now? Because there was like a blue thing over here that I couldn't grab before, but maybe now I can. As weird as it might be. Nope, still can't grab it. Okay. This is the only other place I can think of is the Beastman Village. Might have some kind of a hint here. Nothing that seems like it off the top. But... you know what? Duh. Go to the place that we did before with throwing a lost seed. I feel like we're somewhat getting some hints. Nothing seems to be the case here. I don't know, unless there's something here. I can just run through this without having to worry about enemy encounters now. Oh. That actually looks like the loading screen actually looks like two crow heads. you know, they're facing, you know, one's facing left and one of them's facing right. I thought that was like some weird deer head, and it could be, but now that it also kind of looks like crows. Hmm. Yeah, this is basically what I would be doing if I, once I wrap everything up. Didn't seem like there was anything over there, but I'm still just gonna check. Just to see, I suppose. No harm in that. And then I don't know, because I'll be honest, I don't know what to look for afterwards. Yeah, Flame Church was really the only one that I thought of because, like, well, I know for sure where that, Sacred Flame was at. I don't know where the other of them could be if those are the ones we need to go to. The abandoned village. Doesn't look like it. You know what? Let's pure curiosity. Fuck it. Let's go. You know what? I mean, I'm gonna go there, but I want to check out. Fuck it. Why not? Let's go to Fright Island. Just see what's happening here. Nothing, which makes sense. I think that's the hint. The purple fog is more stronger in some areas. Yes, I think that's our hint. The girl. She's not here anymore. Yep. The abandoned road. The dangerous higher level. Toto Haha did have that. I think I just need to go to the I should have just gone south. To where the, Journal Fragment 1. I did it, diary. I finally got hired as a scrivener, and for the Delta Times too. All the world's information flows through a newspaper, a river of facts alongside a paper water wheel, and the endless precision of scoop, scoop, scoop. As a journalist, I'll dash around the world investigating, uncovering, and breaking news. What better way for me to carry out my mission? I've thought about this a lot, and everyone has some fact they're hiding. Vast sums of knowledge locked in noggins the world over. But how to crack open those repositories and acquire those tasty secrets within? That's the rub, of course. As I am now, I doubt I have the dexterity to pick any of those cranial locks. I was raised in isolation, always out of the loop, hiding quietly on the outskirts of society. There's a positive way to spin that, though. Spent all the time that I wasn't talking to people, observing them. Here's what I learned. People let their guard down around the cute little animals. A scowling guard captain will pay cuddly coo with an adorable puppy, and soon confess all of his gripes to the precious things. And so I will become the puppy. I'll wag my little doggy tail and act the part of the friendly little non-threatening furball and sit right into people's confidences. My brother may be the soaring eagle with his bird's eye view, but I'll be a sharp-eyed hound, keep my nose to the ground, sniffing out every last detail I can find. I was about to say that was only fragment 1. My last memory is crimson, a spray of red droplets and a harrowing scream. A crowd fleeing in the directions and enemy soldiers mercilessly cutting down innocents, some of them even laughing as they did. Amidst this I was a stone. Still in my tender years, I neither cried nor wept nor cowered, but merely watched the chaos unfold. Being raised in a war-torn land does things to an impressionable mind. And I suppose something has already broken inside me. I would have died that day, cut down like the rest, were it not for my brother. His cunning carved a path for us out of this hellish place. My brother is brilliant, so much so that the enemy keen spared him if he would serve. Yet despite his genius, despite how screwed the plans he proposed were in their attempts to avoid bloodshed, blood always flowed. Humans steal, they kill, they take and they take and they take. Lives, possessions, land. It's the state of our nature, a simple fact of our existence. My brother and I have seen so much together, and we've both reached the same conclusion. The world doesn't deserve to see another dawn. The life of a man is nasty, brutish, and ugly. Why not make it short? I need her on our side, and I need you to convince her that's a good idea. My brother's face was flushed as he handed me the letter addressed to Rai Mei. Perhaps he's been in his cups. Didn't need to ask why he would be celebrating. The fundraising in Mount Wise was going swimmingly. On my way home, I spotted Hikari. He's the key to everything in Q, and if our machinations go according to plan, my brother will get what he's after. Doubt Hikari has a clue who I am. Another tragic proposed by brother dearest. No prior familiarity with me will help move things along down the line. But the Hikari doesn't know anything about me. I certainly know a lot about him. Hikari has another side to him. Second personality that my brother says was born from his family's cursed lineage. Somewhere in the past, Clan Ku's blood mingled with that of the infamous Archmage Darkest, sparking a history of war and sacrifice, a more odious bloodline I do not know. There it is. That's the shadow with Darkest. As I passed Hikari in the street for a moment, I felt as if our eyes were met. His gaze was steady and true, just as it was when he was a boy. How had the bright spark in his eyes not dimmed over time? He had seen the same horrors I had, been through the same terrible war. I'm wondering who this is now. This is bad. Hikari was captured before I had the chance to deliver my brother's letter to Rai Mei. If Hikari's killed, it'll ruin everything and we'll have to start over from scratch. Clan Mei calls the fortress in Stormhill its home. Coldest place in Solstia. I hate it. Time is of the essence, yet this frigid blizzard is battering me with like a leaf in the wind. If only I could take 2 steps without being blown 3 back. By the time I finally reached Stormhill, Hikari had already been released. I can only assume he managed to sway Rai Mei on his own. I had my overdue missive to one of Rai Mei's retainers and quickly put that chilly place behind me. Okay, so this is happening during his story. Oswald is sentenced to life imprisonment. It took me a moment to process the judge's verdict. I blinked, doubting my ears. What's going on here? He was supposed to be executed, wasn't he? I ran as fast as I could to find Harvey. I should have known. That swine had stuffed leaves into the judge's pockets to bribe him into that decision. Why? I want him to see the power of my perfect magic. That's his reason. The blight, fool. Pride, worthless pride. We need the Book of Demons complete. What if Oswald somehow finds a way to interfere? When I gave my report to my brother, he simply said, just watch the spectacle unfold. Apparently my brother had already taken Harvey's massive ego into account when he made his contract with the man. If that's the case, then I suppose this isn't a problem after all. Regardless, just hurry and gather what information I can about Fright Island. Wait, is this group trying? Oh my god. I concealed myself among the chattering students and slipped into Harvey's lecture. The Book of Demons is nearly complete, so he was in a joyful mood. When I saw my chance, I gave Harvey the news. Oswald had tried to escape Fright Island and died in the attempt. I thought the news would throw his high spirits off a cliff, but instead he just started giggling. It's creepy. When he finally settled down, he merely said, I need to prepare for my guest's arrival, and vanished back into his laboratory, humming carefully all the while. It's like he thinks Oswald's alive. Is Oswald alive? He can't be. And if so, then he will come here to find Harvey and seek his vengeance. Wait, that could be perfect. Doubt Harvey will honor our agreement and hand over the Book of Demons without a fuss. If we can set those two against each other, I might create the perfect opportunity to slip in and swipe the book. I wonder if my brother had predicted this too. Harvey has left for Duskern's shrine. The remains of Archmage Darkest will provide the final piece that Harvey needs. The Book of Demons will soon be complete. I find a nice cozy place to conceal myself, and sure enough, Oswald showed up. Just as predicted, the two fought it out, and I was able to retrieve the Book of Demons in the wake of their battle. There's one surprise, however. Harvey escaped alive. Oh, really? What was that bright flash of magic? A glimpse of a force that may dwarf even that of the Book of Demons? That girl, does she have some special power within her? Oswald entrusted the girl Elena to his assistant before setting off on a journey. Like Al Pace, the blood of the Luma family runs in Elena's veins. I'll need to continue monitoring her to watch for suspicious signs. Day after day, Elena sits at her desk and pours herself into her studies. Diligent girl, I suppose, but I'm curious as to why her brow sometimes wrinkles as she cradles her head in her hands. Still, her eyes are bright and her gaze seemingly set off on some happy goal far off in the distance. Marked difference from when I saw her in Harvey's company. There was only worry and fear in her eyes then. My heart nearly leaped out of my throat when I heard the assistant's voice suddenly ring out behind me. Can I help you, miss? I immediately turned and tried to distract and dissemble with my tried and true Can I just do a newspaper subscription? She smiled then, eyes warm, but I sensed a keen suspicion burning deep within those friendly eyes. I'll not underestimate her again. No one else has ever noticed me when I didn't want to be found. I need to ban my surveillance. Too risky. Besides, I've seen nothing suspect in all the time I've watched Elena. Might as well move on to more important matters. Well, here I am in Candlebrain. Word is that I can find someone who has the lost pages to the Book of Night's original manuscript. Caldana, Captain of the Sacred Guard, seems to be moving as Archinetta predicted in assembling those pages. There's a potential problem, however. Nosy Inquisitor named Temenos seems to have caught wind of all this. Archinetta has her eyes on him, but I can only pray he doesn't make any problems for us. I'll need to be careful not to draw his attention too. Book of Night is close to being fully restored. Once it is, I'll need to move quickly to retrieve it and fulfill my mission. Aligning myself with Archinette was merely the easiest means to the end. My brother did tell me to be wary of her, however. He was quite forceful about it. I wonder why. Jesus! Caldana, Captain of the Sacred God, is driven by a lust for vengeance. To achieve that end, she seeks the more to make the power of the shadow her own. And with the restored Book of Night in her hand, she set out for the Twilight Shrine. Her naive dream of avenging her people will never become reality. Why, you ask, dear diary? Because the right art Connect taught her is purposely flawed. So there I was, hiding in the shadows of the Twilight Shrine and waiting for the perfect opportunity. Lo and behold, Caldea's right went awry and she transformed into a most hideous form. No one told me I'd have to deal with some horrible monster. This is above my pay grade. Luckily, I had no need to fear. That Temenos showed up and handled the Caldana problem for me. As well as Archinette was behind this well-timed arrival. What a puppet master. Bravo. Finally understand why my brother warned me to keep an eye on her. I slipped down to the right ritual site after Temenos made his exit and retrieved the Book of Night. I also have to combine it with the Book of Demons and will be able to complete the Dark Blood Grimoire. Oh boy. Here I am, grand old Timberain, just in time for the coronation ceremony. Word on the street is that the apothecary named Trousseau is going to rain on the parade with a storm infused with shadow energy. His goal, and I quote, is to extend a hand to save all in need. What a nice notion. Let's rewind the clock. It was 1 year ago that Trousseau lost hope in the future and started down this path. He was out gathering medicinal herbs when he stumbled into a lost seed. Oh, there he met Claude, who gave him the Book of Night. Claude was disappointed with the encounter, it seems. He had swayed Trousseau to his side, but couldn't persuade an apothecary in the man's company. With a regretful sigh, he told me that this other apothecary's eyes were filled with a motherly strength, deep wells of kindness that belied a sense of fierce determination. Oh. So Trousseau and Casti went to Lost Seed? No. Oh! Casti did have a little memory with it. What's her name again? Yes, Casti. She stopped Trousseau, saw the people of Timberain to safety, and even dealt with the poison rain. Unless she's talking about this thing. As if that wasn't enough, she also managed to mix up medicine that could combat the shadow on the spot. Claude's intuition was right. Casti was someone to keep an eye on. My brother will need to know that we have another dangerous potential wrench in our plans. What is going on? I met a merchant today in Clockbank, an honest fellow with a laughing eyes named Particio. He's boasted that, oh my god. Is the scriber that we met in Particio's story, is this her? She mentions her and she mentions she has a brother, and I think the first journal fragment talks about that. An honest fellow with laughing eyes named Particio. He's boasted that he'll rustle up 80 billion leaves and buy the rights of the steam engine from its current owner, Mr. Roque. Then he'll give the technology away to everyone. When pressed on why, he said things like this should be shared with the whole world. Particio confuses me. If I can borrow that rustless Roque's words, it is human's nature to take from others and give unto oneself. Despite his noble declarations, I'm sure Particio will prove himself no different from the other slime. Greed and self-interest will win in the end. They always do. So I'm vaguely curious as to how his story will play out. I'll follow this Particio, though I'll keep my expectations low. Placing your faith in others only gets you betrayed in the end. My brother made a deal with Harvey. Craft the Book of Demons, an evil tome said to be imbued with magic of Darkest himself. Why, you ask? Well, dear diary, because we needed to restore the lost Dark Blood Grimoire. The rub here is that neither my brilliant brother nor even Claude knows how to make this tome. Thus, the need for Harvey. The one thing my brother does know is that the remains of Darkest are a key component. When I shared the vital tidbit, Harvey smiled. That's all I needed. Shows he was already most of the way there. He's a valuable asset, so we'll do everything we can to assist him. Harvey has an unhealthy obsession with a scholar named Oswald. No, let's call it what it is, a severe inferiority complex. Harvey told me he'd gladly give up the Dawn if it meant he could best the man. We let Harvey read the Book of Night in order to pull him into our intrigues, but honestly, I think it wasn't necessary. That bottomless well of envy is in his gut, purposely manipulated, would likely have motivated enough. Besides, I don't trust him. No normal person can fathom the twisted mind of his. I'm getting these out of order, aren't I? Yeah. It's so weird that I read about Harvey already. So, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. But let's talk about Harvey, but they've already mentioned Harvey in an older one. Here's 14. Particia has gone and done it. He has gone and done it. He's humbled Roque and actually wrestled the rights to the steam engine from that greedy tycoon. Still has something compared to what he did next. He actually gave it away just as he said he would. Things like this should be shared with the whole world. So that the grandiose statement and then some. The heat of his passion even melted rocks icy hard, and I don't think the desert sun was hot enough to do that. So taking a step back, what Porticio did is impossible, unimaginable, inconceivable. I've observed countless people in my time, and to date, every one of them is motivated to varying degrees by self-interest. People are always willing to step on others to achieve their own interests. But Porticio? Is he truly different? Is he someone who can at least transform this dark, ugly world into something wonderful? What do you think, brother? Welcome to my humble castle. That was how he greeted me when I arrived in Lost Seed, before he took me on a casual stroll through that rotting mausoleum of a town. I struggled not to gag at the stench of death and decay, all the while him smiling and breathing deep as if taking in the airs of a tranquil mountain meadow. This ghastly man's name is Claude, and he is the descendant of the infamous archmage Darkest. It is said that his notorious grandfather gave him a taste of the blood of the malevolent god of darkness, Vide. Frighteningly enough, while he was still in the womb. As a result, the man is blessed with eternal youth. Oh. With the blood of Darkest and Vide within his veins, Claude's fate was to become the Dark God's vessel, and yet he rejected this destiny and instead chose to pass that honor to his offspring. For our part, we don't care who the vessel is, just that we have one. Claude, however, seems to have preferences in his matter. Preferences? Fuh. The man stirred countless children to countless women and set his progeny at each other's throats. It's the bloody victor goes to ultimate spoils. I shivered as he looked me up and down, his eyes seemingly to pierce my very soul. It was as if he was seeking to plant a murderous seed inside me too. When he handed me the dark blood staff, he told me that the woman who stole it for him has a lot of potential. His words, my purpose in Lost Seed fulfilled, hurried out of there. Couldn't wait to hand the staff over to Archinette and let her handle the cathedral's sacred flame. Dear Diary, today I met with Petrector, the woman known as the Dark Hunter. That's right, they mentioned the Dark Hunter, but we never saw her. I introduced her to Professor Harvey several years ago at Archinette's request. She was talkative today and had this to say. I met Archinette when I was young, and it was then that I swore myself to her services. Ever since I have hunted for her and her alone, even slaying the legendary monster known as the Guardian of the First Flame at her behest. Sometimes I hunted people too, like the time I came to possess the Dark Blood Bow. Once again, my lady has use of me, and so I shall gladly obey. I nodded along, and when she finished, she showed me a monster. This beast, which she had captured on Totaha, looked out at me with eyes filled with loathing for all the walking of the earth. I asked her what it was, and she told me the results of years of brutal conditioning and a healthy dose of Harvey's science for good measure. The result? An abomination crafted through repeated and horrific experiments. Not again. A soul this steeped in despair would surely prove to be a great source of power. It seems that leaving the flame of Totahaha in her care proved no issue. I can't believe it. How did Porticio turn that economic desert of a town to a hopping commercial hub? That business idea of his was inspired. I must admit that watching Arnold's department store come to life woke something warm inside of me. I told Porticio that the world's filled with people growing under the weight of 1,000 problems. It's fresh ideas like this that bring a ray of joy into troubled lives. For once, I really truly meant what I said. I should never have poured my heart into the public like that. Suppose my declaration was proof that he's cracked my emotional defenses and convinced me to believe in him. In my defense, he's really something else. Before I knew it, I was promising to help. Truth is, I'm excited to see what magic he'll pull out of his Porticio hat next. Guess what, dear diary? It's the first time I've ever helped someone for something that wasn't directly related to my mission. Let me stop for a moment and also appreciate the fact that he convinced the Arnold to invest 80 billion leaves in him. 80 billion. The question is, will Porticio prove to be a man of intrigue? Will he really use those leaves to help the world and not just line his own pockets? Just a little bit longer. Only a bit, mind. I find myself needing to see what he does next. Yep, this is the girl. Statue of Alphine, the Scholar King. There are words carved into the base. O inheritor of our will, let the mirror shine and kindle a fire in your heart to chase away the darkness. Statue of Belphegor the traitor. There are words carved into the base. Inheritor of our will, the mirror shine and kindle a fire in your heart and chase away the darkness. I need Particio. Let me see. Oh. Is that what the crossing paths were about? Then who do I need at the Flame Church? Do I need Temnos and Throne? Agnia. I should probably change everyone's classes again. I don't need them to be like what this setup is. Yeah, this is probably going to end up being cut into 2 parts then. So, but we'll see. Yeah, that journal, I am 100% certain that that is the girl, the scriber, that Particio met now. Who's her brother? Set up here across to make sure there's not one down here. Thank God I have the means to not run to enemies. I'll be honest, I'd be pissed if I had to go through this once and then go through it again. Flame has been doused. Perhaps it can be rekindled with something. Let the mirror shine and kindle a fire in your heart to chase away the darkness. The mirror shine and kindle a fire in your heart to chase away the darkness. Oh my God. The mirror reflects the memories of the sacred flame. Yo. Oh, yep, there she is.
Now what have we got here?
There she
A
is.
sacred flame? Here of all places? Have I stumbled upon a scoop once again? Why, I believe I have. I'm glad that's done. There's no need to keep up this cloying facade. To wear the mask of a chipper, unflappable scrivener. No. Now I bring an end to this dark, wretched world. To liberate its people from their pain, their suffering, and their hatred. Just like I swore to you, brother. Together, we will usher in the night. I kept a close eye on the travelers, all while my allies and I worked behind the scenes. Until at last, I found the book I sought. The Dark Blood Grimoire. With it, I will smother the sacred flames, that they will never again light the way for the dawn.
I guess we see how Particio's story added to this.
May the flames turn cold and dark.
Oh.
Mortals. Gods. Who was it that drew the line between them? The blessed? The accursed? Us? Them? Particio. Would that we had never met. I'm sorry, brother.
Who is your brother? First face of flame burns anew. Ori, I heard from an apothecary in town. One was found collapsed near the sacred flame and brought there for treatment. She had brown hair and wore a cap, much like a scrivener. After she gained consciousness, she simply vanished. That's Ori. It's gotta be. If that's true, then what saved her? It appears her wounds fell just short of being fatal. She must have changed her mind, just in the nick of time. She saw the worth in walking towards the dawn. Well, I can hazard a guess as to why she hesitated. I believe it was thoughts of you that saved her life. Me? Now, don't be ridiculous. Like I have anything to do with that. Well, no matter. As long as she's alive, all's well. But just where did she wander off to? Sure am lucky that you aren't around to cheer me up, eh? Our journey isn't over. We'll do well not to waste time in idle conversation. But if you must talk, then perhaps a different topic of conversation would suffice. Oswald, thank you kindly. Oh, whoa. Okay. Alright, okay. This one we are going to need Throne and Temenos for, most likely. And it's back on. Oh my. Okay, this game's great. This game's fucking fantastic. No, this game's fucking fantastic. I don't even remember how, like, I just noticed, like, oh, that's so weird that 3 lights are on and one of them's gone, you know? Like, that's just something I just noticed. Like, oh, that's so weird. Was it always like that? But then when the game loads to the title screen, after you restart again, you see them all lit up. I'm like, oh, no, that is not the case, so... Statue of Alfric, the frame gleaner. There's our will. Yep. And it's... Oh.
Ah. Wake up, Tansy. Night has come. Wake up, Tansy. Night has come.
Who is Tansy? I don't fully remember her.
Sister Mint? Oh, I fell asleep without realizing it.
I don't remember Tansy at all.
Do not worry. You must have been quite tired. You traveled far to see my wish granted. Sister Mint, I mean, Goddess. I would do anything if it brought me closer to you. Your devotion is moving. You have gone far beyond my every expectation. And must be rewarded.
In death.
Rewarded? I love you, Tansy. Huh? It's so dark. Where am I? What? My body?
I don't remember Tansy at all.
Pathetic child, oblivious until the very end. But this is what you wanted, is it not? It's not as if you desired to see the dawn.
Oh, no.
sacred flames have been snuffed out. Surrender yourself not unto silent dusk, for the light shall fade. And soon the world shall know the joy of a dawn that never comes.
Tansy
All
is
who
Giselle's
stand in my
troop.
way shall be cast aside.
Oh my god.
I shall root
She's
out
the one
the
that-
travelers
Mm.
and bury that wretched mirror beneath the earth, that it may never enkindle the flames again.
Oh, and people are showing up back up now. So this is the night. Could this darkness she spoke of be Vide? Vide? Legend portrayed him as a god of fear and destruction, which means that the dawn must be... I spoke with the children of this village not long ago. It seems there's going to be a concert tomorrow. Dulcinea is going to entertain everyone with her dancing. Those children were waiting for the dawn with stars in their eyes. It was a beautiful sight, like gemstones glittering in the dark. They see nothing but hope. Indeed. That's why I made a promise to them. A promise that I would steal back the dawn. You truly are Iber come again. Is that meant to be a compliment? But of course. Now then, shall we get to work, Iber? There certainly is a lot of work to be done. More than I've ever done before. That's... Oh my god. That's fucking low. Tansy. Oh. That was her goddess from Agnia's story. Fuck. That's... Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be this is gonna be Ochette and Casti. But I'm also gonna bring Agnia in as well. The question is, I think it's in the shrine area. Yeah.
I'll take it.
Pretty sure if I just get everyone to level 80, I think I'd be able to do almost everything that they want me to. Or I'll be able to grab everything. Yeah. And I remember too when... Oh, that was just get that. During Ochette's story, we had our first glimpse. But yeah, this is her chest. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, we got our first taste of the night. Tombs of the Warden Beast. Alright. What journal are we gonna find here that's gonna fuck us up? Sharp nut. Pretty helpful. Oh. Oh no. Nah, we'll be fine. We're gonna fight the master here, aren't we?
Neither of us is willing to back
Or
down, I see.
This?
What to do, what to do.
This'll cool you.
Ah, there.
Prepare yourself. You're in for it, I've got it. You've been exposed.
Let's go.
Grotesque monster.
Now then. Whirlwind blow.
Sorry with the light.
Here I go.
This'll cool you down.
Let's go! Holy light, got it!
Yep.
All right.
My turn.
My prey. Wahoo! I'm starving! Ready, set, go!
What to do? These hands!
With these hands.
This'll cool you down.
Now it begins. I fight for my friends. I summon Brand. Who's next? I still have
Who's
much
next?
to learn.
The black. Don't they have a charitable? No, the Scarlet Moon waxes the flames thing. At last our great wish shall be fulfilled. Oh yeah, the Dark Hunter.
This world is not but hunters and their prey. Just as Cataracta fell to my bow, just as Glacius's egg shattered before my might. The Dark Hunter sets forth once again, and my aim will not falter. Under the gaze of the Scarlet Moon, I shall fulfill the Great Wish. You must be quivering with joy, for your time has come at last. "10 years ago, I scooped you up, let you live. It was all for this moment. The darkness in our hearts is fed by anger, hatred, resentment, and jealousy. Our basest instincts. As that darkness grows deeper, so too does the shadow grow powerful. Few can stand against a beast whose heart has been drowned in darkness. A beast such as you. Long have I waited for the darkness within you to become
I am
black as
actually
night,
curious to see
so that
how
maddening flame
Mahina
can
would
be
look
smothered
like if I
forevermore.
picked the fox instead.
With my lifeblood, I shall call down the night. Now then. Make of my flesh an offering, and banish all that stands to oppose us. Give meaning to your miserable life. Ah, Arcanet.
Ugh. So that was the first flame, huh? Have you heard of it before? Yeah, it came to life inside me. It was comforting and warm. It was then that I decided I wanted to protect the island. I always felt that you had a heart warmer than most. Now that I think I'm ready to take on something even bigger. I'm ready to protect the whole world. That's what a hunter should do, after all. I feel the same way as you do. I want to extend a helping hand to everyone in need during this endless night. You're an apothecary everyone can count on. Then let's do it together. Let's keep everyone safe. Gladly, Ochette. I'm honored to have you by my side. Yeah, this is definitely taking way a long time. I mean, yes, there will be things that I will cut out, but I'm probably going to end up cutting this into like 2 separate parts. So, hell, might even end up cutting into 3. We'll see. Okay, here we go. All right. Don't get me wrong, Ochette, I love you, but I need my boy Oswald in here. How did Agnia get a chapter? Oh, never mind. How did Agnia get a level up besides... Oh, maybe the other party members did get experience after the secret fight. Who knows? I don't know. Oh, did I mention this already? Apparently there is a way that you can exorcise that teddy bear from that kid. Some way and somehow. I don't know. Maybe the same thing with that dude. Maybe I can, like, fight him as Hikaru in. That would be his training, and I'd be his master. I'd assume it's in the Tranquil Grotto. Yep. Though I don't remember. And who is this going to end up being? Is this going to be in Ritsu? No, it can't be Ritsu. This is going to end up... Fuck! I guess it's not a big deal. Should have saved in a separate file. So it's not a big deal. I mean, once I wrap this all up, I suppose, but still. Fuck. Did not mean to save in that file. That was the file before. Mysterious dagger. That's the file beforehand. I'm just trying to think of who's going to be the sacrifice here. Did I actually already grab the chest that was over here? I did. Who brought this flame down? I can't think of anyone else, and there's no journal. Okay. I mean, the only one I can think of is...
that drove me to live, to survive. Drove me away from death's clutches, to guide others along the same path. But hope was a mistake. There is nothing worth living for, nothing in this cruel, unsightly world. There is no dawn worth waiting for.
Could this have been Mugen? Oh, what?
What would you give to see the morrow, Lord Ageha?
What?
Kazan?
Kazan?
Why did you betray us?
What?
You lifted up Lord Mugen to the throne, then you tore him down from it.
Oh, what?
eagle must hide his talons.
Oh my god. Ori's notes. He's the eagle. Oh my god.
It was the
What
only
the
way to catch my true
fuck?
quarry. The Dark Blood Blade.
I knew it. I did
The
not
sacred
trust him.
treasure of Clan
I was like,
Ku.
that's not good.
Not an easy thing to steal.
I was like, if it is, like, oh, it's fine. Nope. I never
Not
trusted
so
it.
long as Mugen stood in my way. So I cut him down with Hikari's sword.
You? What are you?
Fuck me.
For years I have hidden my intentions from Ku. My very name. But now you shall know it. Oboro.
Oboro.
All I did to prevent the tide of darkness that waits on the morrow from reaching us. Within this blade slumbers the power of the shadow. The power to quench the flames. However, such a feat cannot be accomplished without a sacrifice. The accursed blood of Darkest. If not for its taint, we may have seen a desert free from the stain of crimson. And now, I end this. Hikari. Goodbye, old friend. This world's end calls to me. Soon, you shall have the world you envisioned. A world without bloodshed.
Wow.
For oblivion shall bring peace.
He didn't even sacrifice himself. He sacrificed Agiha. To the edge of the world now, huh? The light of the second flame indicates the northeastern direction. Kazan. Mugen's rebellion. The raising of the city. Even my ascent to the throne. Were they all just more for your plots? Were we all playing to your hands? How many of my friends died because of you? Hikari. Ever since I was a child, I spoke with him about the future I envisioned. A future without bloodshed. Were our ideals so different? Why did he do this? He aims to bring an end to the world. We have to stop him. Together. We will. We'll land everyone towards the dawn. Oh, he's our boss. He's our final boss.